all, it's Kirstie from Adeline Country Cottage. I am back to show you a flip through of my daily December from 15 through to 29. Last off, we had a look at this page, this entry, which was December the 14th. So I've actually had to number them because they're all over the place. I think next year I will start from the beginning and work forward, and yeah, it's just all over the place. But anyhow, we'll get into it. So you've seen this one, which was 14, and we'll jump over to 15. 15 is, I've just done quite a bit of doodling with the little houses and just done some entries here. I've added my little holly up the top here with some buttons for the berries, and I've just done a little bit of journaling on the inside. So that's number 15. And number 16, we go over to this page here, which is becoming a very chunky monkey, this particular journal. So I might have to actually deconstruct the actual cover and make it larger so that they can all sit nice and neatly. So with this one, I've just done some vintage wallpaper and just plain vintage papers, and just filled it in like little houses, like it's in the city. I thought they were quite cute, and I've just added some stickers just here, and like a little bauble hanging as if it's the sun. So that's number 16. Number 17 is way up the front here. See, I can't even hold the page open, the book open. I might have to turn it on its angle so that you can see it properly. So I just did a decoupage of the napkins here. Before doing that, I've just doodled some little flowers around here and there, and then added that. These were envelopes that were actually sewn into the actual book, the journal, and I've just tied it off here. I've added a little muslin pocket and my favourite postcards, vintage postcards, so that I don't lose them. I just love all of these Christmas postcards, and of course I've scanned some in and used them throughout the journals that I've made. So that's those, and they just sit inside this little pocket up the top here, well, through to the bottom actually. So I'll just pop that in, and then I've just added some vintage fabric down here and added some lace. So I really like how that turned out, and on this side I've just added some of this funky type fibre, which actually was from Halloween. I was meant to use it for something else, but I decided to cut it up and use it as like a little tab, so I thought that worked there. And so moving on, we'll go to 18, which is flipped right up the back here. So, and I think I've just lost 22 actually, which is here. I've done quite a lot of collaging here with fabrics and wallpaper, phone book paper, some washi tape, and then I've made like a little house with some doodling, some journaling. And my daughter works at Kmart, and she keeps coming home with these in her pocket, I'm guessing by accident. So I just thought, you know what, when it popped out of the wash, I thought that would be perfect for a page number. So I've made this into an extra bit because I had quite a bit of journaling I wanted to do. This just tucks in and out of here. And I've just, where I've cut out a heart, I just found this piece of wallpaper, and I've just added, you know, like I love you in there. Some stickers, some doodling, and of course the vintage wallpaper. I've just sewn that. There's a little tuck in there which I didn't end up using. It's got some of my stars. Actually, that one's a loose one, so we'll take that off. Washi tape, some lace, And this, it was extended onto the actual, to make the page a bit bigger. As I said, there was a lot to talk about that day. Muffin Break had these gorgeous takeaway coffee cups for Christmas, merry and bright, so I thought I'd stick that in there. It's just my journaling underneath here, and of course on the back. And then here, there's my little templates for my holly leaves, and I've just added some journaling on the back of that. Well, that was one of the labels, but I've just done some collaging on the back. And I've cut out some of the fabrics and just stuck those down, turned them into flowers. These are decoupaged on from some napkins, and this is some vintage wallpaper. So I've just added that on to there. And number 19, which I'm losing my numbers now because they just don't want to stick, I'm guessing. Okay, number 19. This is how it looks here. This was some of the, we went to Daiso. We met up, where did we go? I think we met up with my daughter's godmother down at Chadstone, and I went into Daiso, bought some of their paper, some of their flake stickers, I can't speak properly, and some of their washi tape. This was, we went shopping in Bath and Body Works, and this was on the bag of something that I had purchased, so I just cut those little snowflakes out. Just done some journaling. It's just a receipt, and journaling again. That's a bit of vintage wallpaper, and that was of course when I went to get from Muffin Break my coffee. That was a napkin that matched their little beautiful coffee cups. And some journaling here. I've also, this particular day, when we went to, after we come back, we went to drop my daughter off at her work, was a huge, massive thunderstorm, and I captured some of the lightning where we were sitting out at the coffee shop. Degani's, and yes, this was a massive, I've never seen lightning strike like this before, and in this one you can see it actually come from, I don't know if you can see that, but you can actually see it come from the actual clouds itself, and it lit up that whole part of the camera, I'm guessing. Yeah, and that was the aftermath, looking from our top window of our house, as it was, the sun was going down. And yes, it downpoured that much that my studio leaked again after it was fixed. Moving to number 22. Okay, that's the one we lost, isn't it? 22. Where are you? That's 23. 26. Oh my goodness. We have lost the 22. Maybe it's back the other way. How about we jump to 23, and maybe in the travels we could find it. Oh, here, 22. 22. I actually got this idea from a vintage image that I saw on Pinterest. It's just with that cotton, what did I call it? That fairy floss or cotton candy that I had made in my tutorial, and I've just used washi and I've tied it all around to make the arch, and then I've just added some sequins and beading, and I've cut the ends off some brads and added some buttons, fairy, and I just think that came up really super beautiful. And here's just a collage of, you know, doilies and tea bag. I've just added a Dresden with some of those beading things on there. And that's that coffee cup I was talking about. If I can get it out of there. It doesn't want to come out. See how cute it was? Such a cute, it was all the way around. It was really cute. I really liked it. And I've just done some of my journaling on that baker's paper, which has been dyed. And of course, I've done some journaling, and we had some visitors over that night. So I had made a huge platter of cheese platter, so for everybody to nibble on. So that was yum. And that during the day, I noticed the cloud. There was just one straight line right across the front of the house of cloud, and then it was blue. So it was quite bizarre. But anyway, that's number 22. It houses it like that. So a bit messy and grungy and sort of very lightweight, but I really like how that turned out. Number 23. Number 23 wasn't feeling it today, so I just went light on my decorating with some stickers. I'd actually had bought these stickers afterwards, which I might actually do a haul from Kaisercraft when they had their 50% off sale at where at their factory outlet. So this image here of my hydrangea is the first time it's actually flowered in 3 years, so I added that in. And this is the day that I picked up my blue box. Actually, it's a big vintage blue box. It's all chippy paint and it's so stunning. It's a lot lighter than this, and it houses all my vintage wallpaper. So that is now looking pretty gorgeous in that spot where I've got it. And yeah, so that was a lot went on that day, except, you know, just caught up on a lot of my journaling. And yeah, as I said, this day I wasn't feeling it. 24 was New Year's Eve, and we went to we had my sister-in-law, American sister-in-law. She was having a Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve for us, because everybody was doing something different. We were going, my husband and my children and I were going up to my parents' house. So I've just made a little angel here, and it's just got some of that music paper ruffles that I've added here. I've just added some washi tape and some journaling under here. Made this massive bag into a pocket. Let's take that off. And it's my nephew. He was playing with the mustache that came out of his popper. You know, those Christmas crackers, popper thingies, whatever you want to call them. I can't remember. I can't think right now. And this was a double page because there was so much. All I've done is some scripted writing. I drew it all and wrote it down by hand. And it's one of my favourite songs, so I've just done that. And in here, this was the cakes that I had made to take to the gathering, our family gathering, and they were yummy. This was just a chocolate ripple cake, and I've just filled the whole centre up with berries. So because some people in our family don't particularly like eating sweets, so I've just added a little fruit salad in there for them. And that was an experiment with using layers of Tim Tam, chocolate Lux, or Bailey's. It's actually Bailey's chocolate Lux. I've just dropped it onto the biscuit to absorb, including coffee, and then just laid it with cream. So I just cut them all in half, the Tim Tams, and then I've just laid it. And it turned out very yum, actually. And you just make them the day before so it absorbs all the juice, all the cream, to make it soft like a cake. So this is just a flip out of you know, the family of the day, our Christmas day, and each one of them's got their little journaling on the back about them. And this is just me mucking around my American sister-in-law, Donna. Hi, Donna, if you're watching. Yeah, so that was that Christmas Eve, and it was awesome. Enjoyed the food, the company, had some laughs. It was a lot of fun. And we're going to 25. Well, yeah, well, 25 has disappeared. Where's 25? There's 21. 20. Oh, here's 25. 25 was pretty simple. As I said, I was always 3 days behind, so I was sort of catching up on things. This is just a little journaling cart tag that I've just clipped on, and I've added my daughter's photos inside with some journaling on the back. So they're just tucked in there, and I've just stenciled some with textured paste some stars, and then I've just sprayed. I make my own watercolor paint, so I've that was sort of done with I can't remember which one it was, but anyhow, it was sort of like a brownie color. I can't remember actually. That goes back that way. And then in here, it's just a little pocket where I have added. I've stuck it down with one of those little Christmas flakes, but I'll just show you. I've just sewn it up, made it into little pockets, flipped it over, and then I've just popped in my daughters together and by themselves, of them accepting their little presents or their presents on Christmas Day. Done some journaling on the back and journaling on this side. Here I've just made this printed off a postcard. I've just sewn around it. Yep, that's me. Oh, don't get me started. Yesterday I went and had my hair done. Originally, when I went and had my hair done, they turned my almost snow blonde or platinum blonde hair black. They destroyed it. This was going back 8 weeks ago. So this is what it washed out to, and I go back yesterday to have it done with by Bieber, and they wanted to charge me $289, and I refused to pay because they left snow blonde and grey hair, orange blonde, and then it went to like this I don't know, another type of blonde, and then below was like a snow blonde again. Livid, not happy. They've asked me to come back. I don't know whether I want to. Anyway, I'm really not happy. So, and I refused to pay, and they said, well, no. Anyway, they didn't consult me, didn't talk to me about it, and did what they wanted to do. So I'm not happy. Anyway, this is just my hubby and I just having a muck around. This is at my parents' house. So that was on Christmas Day. And this is all still Christmas Day. My husband receiving his gifts and some journaling. Just done a little angel here. And here I've just done a little flip out, and it's just me receiving my cricket. I'm so excited. You know, I've got heaps of photos. My daughter did like a frame by frame, so, and my mouth dropping, and then I realized what it was. I actually thought the box, because it was back to front, I thought it was a food processor. Anyhow, that's my cricket. I can't wait. I still haven't had a play of it yet. I will. There's so much to do, I just haven't had a chance to. Okay, moving forward. This is Boxing Day. Boxing Day sale. Girls, I had the best Boxing Day ever. I pretty much spent about $600 on about $2,000 or $2,500 worth of stuff between this company, Decuba, can never pronounce it, my favourite shop. And also between them and Kaisercraft, yeah, I spent so much. So I'm not going to do a haul on my clothing, but I'll possibly do a haul because they're still in the bag of all the Kaisercraft stuff that I purchased. It was the best day ever. Then I just housed some tags from the clothing and my daughter's shoes that she purchased. And I've got to get some more tags to pop in here as well. So that was Boxing Day. It was just a lot of chatting away because we started off at Chadstone and then we went over to Uni Hill and just went absolutely crazy over there. And it was crazy that day. So that was that. Let's go 27. Okay, so we've lost 27. Oh, did I do 20? Oh, I did 27 as 21 and now I'm going to do 21 as 27. I just realised that. I'm pretty sure that's what I've done. Yes. Okay, so this was actually 21. I missed this day. Now, this, you're probably going to freak out. See all this texture? All this texture. Let's get it. Yeah. That's actually, it's garlic shells. You know, the outside, the skin of the garlic? Yep, that's what I used, and then I've just added texture paste over the top, and then popped on the German glass glitter. So yes, isn't that? I loved how it turned out. It's almost like this, you know, shine coming off the angel, and then I've just popped on a, you know, cut out stars. And this was just a little letter to the angel that came to me when I was a child. So this is what this is basically about. So, you know, just going back. So let's say that was 27, but it's really 21. So we'll go to 28. And this was 20. Oh, we've missed 20. Let's go to 20. This was 20. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm losing my marbles. This all textured paste, and then I've painted over the top of the holly leaves and the berries, and also in there, and then I've just done my journaling in between. I'm loving how this is turned out. It kind of looks like it's been there for forever, like it's quite ancient. May not portray that in the video, but it does. I just love it. Anyway, I've just used one of those packaging, the pages from that colouring book, and I've just made it into a little pocket and added, here's my 9/11 of when I reached 9/11 on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I'm so ever grateful that you all have subscribed. I've actually gone past that now, but I'm so grateful. I'm so happy that you're all enjoying my work. And this is when part of my studio that's here, I had to bag it all up all around because I had to put all buckets on the floor when I flooded. It all come through this hole. And of course I made spaghetti bolognese that night. Who doesn't love spaghetti bolognese? And so that goes all in there. And then of course in here I've just done some journaling about the day, what we did that day. And of course my little bird, she just sits on all in there still. Okay, so that was 20. I don't know, we're going all over the place. Okay, I did forget 27. All I've done is a collage here. Added some string and curled them around. And I just had a tag, some washi, and just some more string here, and of course my journaling. Let's go to 28. And 28, this was 3 days after we had, actually, why have we missed days? 26, 25. Because after the Boxing Day sales, we went back 3 times to Uni Hill and did a huge big haul on more clothing, more Kaiser Craft stuff. And today was to give thanks of being able to have the bonus that my husband was given, and that he was able to give me some extra cash for me to go and purchase all my wonderful items. So this is me just giving thanks, to say thanks to be able to receive those funds, to be able to go and purchase what I wanted. And this is just a vintage, old vintage Christmas card where I've just added some journaling inside. So yeah, I really like this. It's simple, but it was more about how I was feeling about the giving thanks for everything that I had purchased. So that was 28, and 29 is this one here, a home in the village. Yeah, and this one's a home in the city. This is just a little pocket, but I've just added like a little ancient building in there, and this is just a little journaling place where I've just done some collaging in the background. And yes, that's pretty much it, my little friendies. That is my daily December up to date to the 29th. Today is New Year's Eve. I've still got to write in my entry for day 30, and that will be probably pretty much all about being stuck at the hair salon all day for them to completely ruin it. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that day. And then for today, I will probably do something later on today and add that in today, because we're meant to go out for dinner tonight and then catch up with my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, and possibly watch the fireworks out the back. So that entry will be added in probably tomorrow. But I also wanted to say the reason why I want to make the book huge, like the binding, is because look, I've actually been so rough with it. I've split it apart, and I need to fix it up. So yes, so that's my journal up to date, and I've still got lots of places to journal. I might just add those in just to fill it up. This is for day 30 for yesterday. Yep. So that's it. I can't close it. It's ridiculous. Look at that. I've completely ruined it. Anyhow, so I also wanted to, just a reminder of this, I also wanted to show you, do you remember when I showed back that I had a sneak peek of these 4 journals that were Christmas journals, which I never got the chance to release? They're still not quite finished, but I just wanted to show you anyway. These particular ones, I might release them in, I might release them in Christmas in July. A bit late now. But as I said, it just reminded me with this when I was flipping through, because I had done this here. So I'll just give you a quick flip through. I've just done some decoupaging. That's part of the, what do you call it, phone book. I've just sewn some stuff here and made it into a little pocket with a tab on the top. And it was more about this one also, dedicating it to Kaiser Craft products too. So, anywho, so it's kind of new, and of course, like newish type papers. That's a Kaiser Craft. That was just craft paper. And here's a little pocket and some, of course, a tab and some collaging. And I've just washi taped this old page in, the source file, and then an old book page. And then this, which is going to be created into a pocket, I still think. This was an old vintage first day issue envelope. What do you call it? Stamp. First day issued stamps. But because I love the image so much, and I wanted them in all of them, so I just tea-dyed the paper and then photocopied that on top. We've got some grid, again, the Kaiser Craft, the coffee dyed paper, the bag, grid paper, ledger, Kaiser Craft, coffee, and then this. And then, of course, it just goes back exactly the same through, oh, there's the other side of that paper, that first aid issue stamp, which is a pocket on the back. So, yeah, so it goes back there. But this is what I wanted to show you. In here, I had turned it into like a little file, expandable file, if I can get it open. Yeah, and I was supposed to put all these tiny little tabs in there. See, look, see. And I've used all the leftover paper from when I cut. So that's where you can sort of slot in anything you would like, really. So yeah, I just wanted to, and that's the center of the book. So, or the journal. Yeah, so I just wanted to show and share this with you. I mean, each one has slightly different papers. Let's see. This one's got the same as this one, I think, but there's also, I think there's, yeah, that's been turned on the side in that one. In this one, the collaging is a little bit different, and I've just tied some vintage ribbon and stuck that on. You know, the florist ribbon? Yeah, so pretty much everything's the same, just different designer Kaiser Craft paper. Okay, that one's got the wood in it too, I think. And of course it's a different backing of the Kaiser Craft backing. And of course the backs have all got the vintage wallpaper. Yeah, so that's pretty much the same. And again with the wallpaper backing. And again on there, and on this one we have gone with, oh, that's the same as one of the others. They've all got that pocket, and this one's got the timber weatherboard in there, and of course they've all got these inside. Yes, so I just wanted to share those because, you know, I was a bit behind on getting that done because I started that daily December, which took up a lot of my time, and of course, you know, a lot of the things that you get, you end up being busy with coming up to Christmas, so I didn't get a chance to finish these, but these will be available in July, so I will finish these off and have those ready for July. So yes, so that concludes my video for today, and once again, thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas day, and I have the most amazing New Year and party tonight, and I will see you in 2018, and we have some new and exciting, or I have some new and exciting ideas that I'm coming up with. I've got hauls I want to do, and yeah, lots of things. I'm working on quite a few things for next year. So hopefully stay tuned for that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.